Friends, Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. Today, I am meeting up with a colleague I worked with nearly a decade ago. It's fun and funny to think about that time, and especially this question. Who was I a decade ago? Now, if you follow me here in the Confidence Zone, you know I speak about this quite a bit because I've had such an intense growth journey, both in personal evolution and personal transformation. And so I'm very tuned in to how much I've changed and who I was then and who I am now. And that then begs the question, who will I be a decade from now? I believe this conversation is worth repeating if you've already heard it. If you've never thought about it, welcome to this conversation. Who were you a decade ago? I'm looking forward to seeing her and asking her what she what her thoughts were about the person I was then. And then we'll get to know each other a little bit more now. This happens around reunion times, either in high school reunions or college reunions, maybe an old family reunion if you only see them every 5 years. The personal journey of evolution, of transformative growth, starting with your mind and your brain and working all the way down through your body, is absolutely, really the only thing there is. Other than that, basically, if you don't commit to doing the inner work and be willing to brave it, because I can attest it's hard and it is kind of scary, but it's so worth it. If you don't do it, you stay kind of stuck a little bit. And I wouldn't imagine that I would want her to say to me, "You haven't changed a bit in 10 years." Now, she could tell me I look as good as I did 10 years ago. I'm okay with that. But often people tell me you look better than you did 10 years ago. And I attribute that to my personal health practices, to my personal commitment to inner work and healing work from my own grief and trauma experiences, and also a countenance to uplift and inspire. I want to be one of the people who comes here where we're scrolling through videos and really just saying, "Oh, I'm so happy with Susan talking about today." I want you to. I want you to raise your shoulders. I want you to open your countenance and maybe laugh a little bit, but definitely think about who you were 10 years ago, who you are now, and who will you be 10 years from now? I mean, my God, 10 years from now, I used to think that was old. I'll be in my 70s. It's crazy to even think about that, but it's true. And so we can either just stagnate and stay the same and basically get smaller and smaller, or we can open up and raise up and grow confidence to be able to face the stuff inside that may be scary or too hard. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I invite you to consider therapy. I invite you to consider coaching. I invite you to consider any of the tools of mindfulness. Qigong and Tai Chi have completely changed my life, tuning into the energy of my body. Therapy completely changed my life, and so on. If you start working with someone and you don't feel that it's resonating in one of these modalities, then go ahead and end that relationship. It's not good for either of you. Keep at it until you find someone else so you can feel that, that confident growing, that that you're moving in the direction that you want to go. So who was I 10 years ago? My gosh, I can't even imagine how many things in my life were different. I'd have to really begin to calculate it. And then who will I be 10 years from now? How much more can I grow, deepen, and evolve in a transformative experience rising from a soul space? I invite you to consider these questions for yourself. Have fun with it. And if you want, write it down. Your heirs will love to read about it later. That's it for now, friends. Take good care.